So, another thing I wanted to talk about is this new study on CNN that just came out, and it's basically asking, like, should your wife have guy friends? Should your husband have girlfriends? Is there such thing as a platonic friendship? And basically it's that 83% of cross-gender friendships, like, can and do exist. But what do you feel as a married woman?
The resident married.
As the resident married.
Well, I think you guys already know how I feel about it, how we feel about it, but yes, I think absolutely, and not only should, I think it's a very good, healthy thing. I mean, first of all, most of my friends have always been guy friends. I'm that girl that, like, has always preferred to have guy friends, has made friends with guys easier. So it's one of those things that, you know, how unfortunate that if you get married, your friendships just have to end, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're not female. I think that's ridiculous. And, you know, I'm also, I asked Scott about this, how he felt about it, and he's like, well, you do have guy friends. I was like, well, yeah, but do you care? Does it bother you? And he's like, no.
He just kind of, Scott is like the coolest guy. He's just like, listen.
I feel like if you're secure enough in your relationship, you have enough trust and everything like that, like, as long as she's not super hot.
Well, I think
like, she's a freaking supermodel. You gotta cut that shit off ASAP.
I am all for it. Like, it's interesting because with Scott also, he had a lot of girlfriends in the city, and one really close one in particular. And you know, even when we were dating, even when we were engaged, they would, if I was, you know, tired or I was out of town, they would go hang out, have dinner, you know, go to a show or something together. And I really like her. I think she's awesome. It's so funny though, as soon as we got married, she just stopped all communication with him. And I would be telling Scott, I was like, you know, I don't feel like going to that show, you know, because, you know, side note, Scott goes to like a lot of live music shows. He goes sees bands all the time. So, you know, I was like, I don't want to go, I'm too tired. Why don't you call so-and-so and have her go with you? Because they used to go all the time. And he would say, yeah, I tried, I texted her, I like emailed her.
She probably...
She backed away.
Like, maybe it's like she was like, I want to respect that and whatever. Or maybe she, on some level, liked him.
Well, that's what I started saying. I was like, well, Scott, I think she might have had feelings for you because that's the only explanation is because she literally just went MIA. And then the funny thing was, and I'm like telling him, like, you need to go out with her. Like, I'm going to go out with, you know, these guys. Why don't you go out? And...
Well, and I think one of the points they raised is like, you know, there's going to be this attraction, or it's going to be like damaging in a way to a relationship because it puts strain on whether there is actually any sort of attraction within this friendship, or if the other partner just feels like there is, that is like an added strain. But like, I think it'd be really interesting to look at how many like people have a same-sex friend that's actually toxic to their relationship.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And no one like really says much about that. But like, you know, I could, you know, be married and have like this best girlfriend who is just like eventually, you know, breaks down the relationship because she's, you know, whatever
totally
reason.
Happens, yeah.
And they don't really talk about that ever. Like, I don't know. I think it's just all about finding a balance of good people that you know, that you trust, that you're open with. Like,
totally.
Because I used to flip out all the time, and I had this total double standard, but that has sort of since gone away. And in fact, just recently we were talking about someone in particular on Scott's end, and I just said, look, I don't care if you want to, you know, continue talking with this person or whatever. Just, you know, don't be you know, be aware. Don't like overtly flirt with this person, because Scott, funny enough, can sometimes have a flirty personality, and he's always like
mountain man. He's like, listen,
Jackie,
I'm gonna fell a tree for you.
He totally has like a crush on Jackie, and like, well,
he comments on all of your pictures.
It's like my biggest. I'm like, yay, Scott likes me.
But see that, so you know what I'm talking about? Like, he flirt comments and you know, he does this stuff. So there's
with the right people, it's like, who cares, whatever. But with the wrong people, it's like,
yeah. And I just told him, I was
girls like eat that shit up too.
Yeah, like, I'm like, just, I don't care if you continue emailing and like chatting with this person. Just be aware that like they may be taking it a different way.
Exactly.
And like, you know, I was like, I don't care if you flirt with people, just tell me you're flirting.
See, I tell Danny that too all the time because Danny is a huge flirt and he just doesn't think about it. He's like, no, I mean, whatever, that's how I am with everyone. Because he calls everyone babe.
Yeah.
I was like, we need to sit down and have a little conversation about the word babe. Like, I'm like, I don't bump into some guy on the street. Oh, sorry, babe. Like, it's at that level where it's like, oh, thanks for the coffee, babe. Babe. So he texts me, hey, babe. I'm like, don't call me babe. You call everyone fucking babe.
Yeah.
I don't want to be babe.
Yeah.
Fucking babe.
Yeah.
Because then, like, that's like what, when you're sometimes in a serious relationship, that's the word that you use, babe. Sometimes.
No, it's true.
Babe.
You
My
know?
sister.
We don't really use babe so much, but.
Dude, yeah, but I was telling you, like, these girls are like, he thinks I'm a babe. Like, he thinks I'm hot. Like, he likes me. They're not thinking.
They like hang their coat on that. They're like,
yeah, they're like, he's so into me. And he's like, no way, no way. I'm like, no, yeah. A lot of girls would think that.
Well, it's interesting too because Facebook and social networking has had this whole other dimension to relationships. It's not like the 90s where it was the secret, like, chat love affair going on. You know, it's out in the open. It's like
AOL tryst.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's like, Scotty, who are these like 5 hot chicks like that you're friends with? They're smoking.